I'm thinking like a white skirt or like a kilt.
A kilt? Like the Scottish?
Yeah, I think you'd look good in a kilt.
Raheem, you got a kilt in your locker?
I ain't got no kilt. I ain't got no kilt, no bagpipes. I don't know where Celia got that from. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rondo, the only Rondo that you want to get caught in the middle of. I'm your host, Raheemovich, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Tom Hindle and Celia Balf. What's up, Celia? How you doing?
What's up? What's up? Happy to be here, guys.
Yeah, of course. We're excited to have you on the pod for the first time.
Can't wait.
Rocking the Arsenal kit.
Of course.
Talk us through the kit real quick.
You know, Arsenal's been my team since the beginning. I hear you also like Arsenal.
Come on now. You know I've been a born and bred gunner for life.
I know.
Surrounded by people. God.
We're the best fans.
Okay. You are not. Arsenal fans are the worst, bro.
Whatever. Tom, what about you?
Yeah, what are you wearing?
Do you know what? I get to shout out people. Our good friends at OTFC, Overtime FC, they hooked us up with these kits. And I've got to say, this is their away kit.
Ooh, okay.
The home is it's like this bright blue.
It's a lot,
kit.
right? It's like
a
the blue.
That's the one I got.
Yeah, sorry. But I've got to say, as a general rule, any kit that has Kappa on it is an automatic 10 out of 10. And this is a Kappa kit. So there you go.
We're going to move on to some USL, US Women's National Team stuff. Obviously, the US Women's National Team, they won the gold. They did their thing. Thoughts on your Emma Hayes?
I love Emma Hayes. I mean, I think I said this last time, like I thought that she was going to bring the team to gold. And that's exactly what she did. I mean, she's just such a tactician in terms of like the way she sees the game. And she prides herself on being like super attacking oriented and then fills up her team and her staff with people that like really know how to defend and break down teams. So like she just has a really good bird's eye view into how to win. And I mean, she did it with Chelsea. She's doing it with the national team. And, the girls also love her. And I think that's super important. Like she gets to know people first, and she knows like what's going to make certain people tick, like how to sort of like just make the most cohesive unit to go all the way. And yeah, so I'm a fan. She's also super funny. I mean, she has like the best reactions. I mean, I don't know. And her outfits have been fun to see too.
She smashed it with a bomber jacket as well. I have a theory that English people love bomber jackets.
Well, they're just always cold, right?
Yeah, honestly. Now, but she looks good in them. One thing I will say about Emma Hayes is she's actually, this US team like grinded out results like crazy.
Which I haven't really seen them do that like that in a while.
Yeah.
Like I felt like in the past, like the last couple games, they're losing like Mexico and like the CONCACAF Gold Cup as well. And I saw that they look kind of, when the going got tough, they couldn't really compete. But now this tournament, especially Naomi Girma, she was super solid.
So locked
at
in.
the back.
Yeah.
So
Absolute
locked
baller.
in. Easily one of the best center backs in women's football right now, in my opinion.
No, I'm a big fan of Naomi Girma. I mean, I think you see her on the ball, like she doesn't miss a pass at all. Like she's just so locked in, and like she's the perfect like second defender too, always covering, just has great vision going forward. So yeah, I mean, I think Emma Hayes even said she's like one of the best defenders that she's ever been able to coach.
How far do you think this team could go together? Obviously, the chemistry is coming together. The attack is sinking. Shout out Triple Espresso. They're doing their thing. But what can we really expect from this team in the future?
I mean, I feel like the sky's the limit. I mean, looking ahead, I think, we're going to see more, I think, younger players fill in some of the spots. And I think Emma Hayes is going to have to continue to make some like hard decisions on like some of the veterans. And, but no, I mean, I think, with Mallory Pugh, Sophia Smith, and Trinity Rodman, like those are three young players. So like they are going to be attacking trio for years to come. And then I think it'll be interesting to see like who fills into the six over time, and the other center back with Naomi Girma, because I think like it's obviously Naomi Girma and Tierna Davidson like had a good go, but I think there's still like rotations that could possibly happen there.
For sure. And there's some good, prospects coming up throughout the college ranks, throughout the pro ranks as
100%.
well. So I think there's going to be a good route for a lot of ladies to come up and take over those roles. But obviously you're at the USL Super League weekend, and NWSL, it's been an incredible season. Orlando Pride's been doing very well. But how threatened do you think NWSL should feel with the upcoming USL Super League now?
Oh my God, $1 million question. I think the thing with the Super League and the NWSL is it's not a competition. Like, I mean, I know that seems like it's such a PR
it can
answer.
be.
I know
And
it seems
it
like a
can be a
PR
competition,
answer.
yeah.
But listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
No.
This is just another opportunity for more girls to play pro. It's more opportunities for coaches, female coaches, to coach. So I think, like, if anything, it's a great thing. I mean, obviously, like, them getting Division I status is naturally like, oh, well, do we really need another domestic league in this country? I think we do, especially one that's going to follow an international calendar, one that's going to support, like, international players. And also, like, there's no salary cap, which is pretty sick.
Show them the money. Show them the money.
There's no draft. So it's already, like, a lot of, like, just player freedom.
The NWSL has no draft now as well, right? During
But
the CBA.
and the USL isn't even ever going to have a draft.
So do you feel like that league kind of influenced them to start, making some changes in
I
that
think it's
CBA?
been a long time coming, but I think, like, what's cool to see with the USL is, like, the way they're starting is, like, a player first mentality.
I like that.
I mean, I don't really see it as competition, but it is interesting to see sort of, like, which players are going to which leagues, who's going to the NWSL, who's going to the USL. And we're about 3 weeks into the USL. Like, they started off in August. And there's been some great games. I mean, I was at Carolina Ascent against DC Power, and the stadium was packed. Like, it was actually insane. And it was, one of the hometown players, she scored the goal, first goal in the Super League. So, like, the place was electric. It was just cool to see, like, just a hometown, like, come behind a new team.
Obviously, Real Madrid's new attacking trio, with Jude Bellingham behind them. Obviously, he's hurt, but we got Rodrygo, Vini, and Mbappe all fighting to play left wing in some matches. But it looked like it finally worked out this weekend. 2-0 victory for Real Madrid, and Mbappe 2 goals. Do you guys think it's going to work out moving forward?
Yep. You don't think so?
Oh, I'm like, this is like so painful because it's like there are effectively 4 left wingers, right?
Yes.
Because Bellingham plays as, like, a left-sided kind of dude
left
as
midfielder
well.
In a way.
Yeah. So, but, like, the thing is that I was like, Carlo Ancelotti, is kind of a good manager, you'd say, fair to say.
He's pretty decent.
Knows what he's talking about. His thing with the whole team was that he wasn't mad that it was all, like, a left-sided attack, because he's like, teams can be lopsided. His whole thing was like, there is way too much space between my attack and my defense.
Mm-hmm.
We're too easy to hit on the break, and Coach Celia can get pissy about this for years, but, like, we're not compact enough.
Because let's be real, Mbappe and Vini are not getting back on defense.
No.
Like,
Just being
honest.
friend, Vinicius Jr. isn't.
Think about it. If I'm Vini, I'm out here dribbling 2-3 guys, I'm getting tired. You think I'm running back after? Nah, I'm carrying the attack. I'm ready for the next run.
Left wingers notoriously don't get back. So.
Yeah, I was one of them. Yeah. You wouldn't have liked me as a player, I don't think. Actually, you would have liked
I've
me
been
though.
like, get your butt back.
Yeah, I'd pace though. You would have liked me though.
You were good
I would score some
wing.
goals for Celia for sure.
Yeah,
Really?
nice,
For sure.
nice.
But yeah, I think at the end of the day, for them, it's just all about that balance, right?
Yeah.
In football, you got to have balance. You could have the best tackle in the world, but if they're not connected to the defenders, to the midfielders, and it's all making sense, then you're going to concede goals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, think about it this way, right? PSG, they had Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, and couldn't make it work because none of them wanted to run. But when you've got these guys at Madrid, maybe they're all younger, they're all more fit. Their legs aren't falling apart like in real time. So hopefully they will figure it out. And to be honest, like, I have no Madrid loyalty necessarily.
Yeah.
But as a football fan, putting that much talent on the pitch, you kind of just want to see it come together. And there were moments over the weekend where even maybe when it's not quite working out, it's like the quick interchanges. It's like Mbappe knows when to make the run in behind, or Vini knows when to come short. And there's those like 1-2s and
intricate
like
1-2s.
the crazy little passages of play. And like, you watch that and you're thinking, this is what, 4 games into the season? Like, they're cooking like this now. Talk to me in May when it gets to potentially a Champions League final.
I also think, like, they're all okay with, like, doing what's asked of them.
Yeah.
Which is like may have been different with like PSG.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
saw
I
this
mean?
one clip actually in particular. It was like Mbappe, Vini, and Rodrygo just all talking to each other, trying to figure it out. And back at PSG, Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi, like
That wouldn't have
Neymar
that
and Messi talked to each
exchange.
other, but Mbappe was totally
Exactly,
on his own.
yeah.
So I see the chemistry of them, you know, all working out. They're talking to each other. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure out what's the best way to play with each other. They all have similar, you know, traits, and they want to do similar things. I think at the end of the day, it's just all for them to kind of just get on the same page.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and with PSG, Neymar's got one, you know, his mind on his 3 a.m. McDonald's anyway.
Hey, and Counter-Strike. And Counter-Strike. Hours of Counter-Strike.
Dude, honestly, imagine being a professional athlete and you're just ripping Maccas at 3 a.m.
Hey, listen, trust me, a lot of them do that more than you know, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
Was that you in college?
Hey, no, I did not. Listen, I'm not a Mickey D's advocate. I'm a big advocate of staying healthy, staying in shape, making sure you guys are playing pick-up footy when you can. I do not like getting McDonald's at 3 a.m. That's not me, but I do know some athletes who do.
Really?
Yeah.
Names?
Hey, I can't call them out like that.
Can't do them like that.
Can't do that. One thing that we've seen about Real Madrid is it's super hard to have all these stars come and play together and be consistent and want to play together without any drama or anything going on behind the scenes. And it's something that we've even seen in the NBA as well. Sometimes just because you put all these superstars together doesn't mean you're going to win a championship or it's going to work out. How do you think Ancelotti's been able to just make these guys mesh and be a part of the team in these 3 games so far?
Well, it's two things. First of all, it's like on a nerdy level, it's tactical versatility, right? It's like, to use an example, right? Benzema goes last minute before last year. All right, Jude Bellingham, you are now a 10/world-class striker. Like, well done, buddy. And all the pieces come together. Same thing with this year. Like, Rodrygo, you're going to play on the right and yada, yada, yada. Like, it's going to be a thing. So he has the tactical vision and the versatility, but also most importantly, he is a leader who will not take any.
Yeah.
Like, he will bench Rodrygo after an hour if he has to.
Of course.
He will take Vini off. Like, he doesn't care.
We've seen it too.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you seen those memes where it's like, it was before the 2022 Champions League final and it was like Jurgen Klopp and it's a picture of like a tactics board and he's going mad, and then it goes to Ancelotti and it just goes the power of friendship. And it's just a bunch of Madrid fans or Madrid players sitting around like smoking cigars.
Chilling together,
It's
yeah.
like, and that's it though. It's about vibe and culture, and genuinely and I'm not just saying like, oh, Celia knows about this, but like, you've been on teams, you've coached teams, like, isn't that massive for you as well?
It's massive. I mean, I think like as a manager, like you obviously have to have like a system and stand by it, and then like you find sort of like the pieces that fit into it. Right. So it's like with this, it's the same thing. It's like, I mean, you have all these stars. So how do you figure out like, okay, what is our system and how do I put them in the best positions to be successful?
But I feel like not all managers work in that category. I feel like some managers have a system, and if you don't fit that system, we're going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like we've seen that with Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't fit in this system, and I feel like that's the two contrasts between Guardiola and Ancelotti, where Ancelotti works around the players, whereas Pep is like, if you don't fit in this system, this is not going to work. And both of them have seen so much success doing either way, you know. It doesn't really matter.
I think it's like, it's all about just picking one, you know. Like if like you're gonna sort of like cater things to sort of like the way that your players are, then you have to have sort of like a system that's malleable and like you can adjust. But like if like you just always want to play, you know, like a 4-4-2 attacking and then a 4-3-3
I have
defensively.
not seen a 4-4-2 being played in forever, by the way.
I feel like it's played a lot. We just like, we don't see it lined up like that.
Yeah. I
That's
feel like
my
there's
hot
different
take.
variations of it in a way, but me personally, a flat 4-4-2.
No, not a flat 4-4-2.
I have not seen that since
That's like
the
U11 soccer.
The left winger is having a aneurysm.
Totally.
Yeah. If you play right mid or left mid in a 4-4-2, you're dying. Yeah.
You wouldn't have wanted to play that?
Oh, hell no. Whenever coaches put me at right mid, I'd be like, bro, come on, dog.
We'll see the left winger position be way of less interest if we go out with a 4-4-2
100%.
with these guys.
One of the things that's really popular that we talk about a lot in American sports, for example, is the player power and the bargaining chips that they have when it comes to contracts and negotiations, which is something that we really don't see too often in football. I feel like a lot of the clubs have the power. Now I've seen a little transition to now, you know, players dictating where they want to go. Even though, you know, you got moves like, you know, Osimhen obviously going to Turkey and that not working out, but that's more because he signed a new contract. But I feel like as players are getting towards the end of their contracts, they have a lot more options in what they want to do and have more power and leverage. What do you guys feel about that?
I mean, the big one for me, well, first of all, yeah, that's happening a lot. I mean, but the best example is Mbappe, right? He wanted to go to Real Madrid. PSG didn't want to sell him. And there was like, oh, will they, won't they? Like, it was this kind of like cute romantic comedy, except everyone hates each other, right, with their contract. And Mbappe just goes like, see ya. Like, I'm off to Madrid. He gives as much as he can to PSG. But then he knows his worth. And then Madrid give him a sick contract. He gets, I think, 70% of like his image rights. So he makes all of his money from that. So he's just crushed it. And he represents himself as well, which is mad. Jude Bellingham did a similar thing with Madrid. So yeah, I mean, and those are the superstars, but like you said, it's with Raz, it's with other players as well. It's just like knowing their value and knowing like when to step away and when to make a move. And I'm a really big fan of that. And I think the more you see like almost like parity in the amount of like salaries that teams can give, or like the amount that teams are willing to spend, then guys know that they can just walk away. Which is cool, because you should be able to without like a bunch of fans being like, we hate you.
Unless you play for Chelsea and you sign it for 9 years. You ain't getting out of that contract.
I would say like one thing we have to mention is the NWSL Players Association. And obviously like now the players have full ownership into most of, you know, their movement. And that's huge for the league. And, you know, I know with like the USL, there's no draft, but like for the NWSL, like this has been a long time coming. And I think, you know, that agreement is really going to change sort of like just what we see in the women's professional leagues for a long time.
How do you think that'll like change things though? Because like you know the landscape, you know the play, you know, you've talked to people around it. Like, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's going to be great. Like, I think, you know, we're going to see, I think, a lot of players happier in situations.
I mean, listen, some girls are making $36,000 a year. Like, just being transparent about salaries and what people are making. Imagine being a professional athlete making $36,000
you can't even live in
a
New
year.
York. You
wouldn't be able to live in certain
most
spaces.
places.
So now that these salaries are, you know, $75,000, which is still something that,
still
you know, even entry-level jobs are, some entry-level jobs are making, but these girls are sacrificing their livelihood to play the game that they love and to finally make a salary where they could even just live is incredible for the league and incredible for the girls as a whole. And just having the option to also, you know, try out for certain clubs. There are so many girls that fell through the cracks from the NWSL draft, from not getting drafted. And now they have the opportunity to like at least go on trial with a team, or if a team doesn't think they're the right fit, they could go to another team a week later, just giving them more leverage and more options for contracts to get a contract in the league.
100%. I think like getting rid of the draft is a huge piece, because now it's just kind of like, let there be movement, you know, like let these players and these coaches figure out sort of what's best, as opposed to, you know, it just being sort of like, if you don't fit into the first round or the second round or the third round, like you're not part of the equation.
You're cooked. Yeah. It was insane. It was insane how much talent was just lost just because they fell through the cracks. And with the with the USL Super League as well, I'm seeing a lot of girls, you know, they're coming back from Europe. They're coming back from different places to come back and play for teams that weren't something before. Now they could come back and play in their hometowns. Like I know Kioma Ubugagu, she's a striker for the Dallas Trinity. She's from Dallas and now she's playing for a hometown club, which is something that she never thought that would be possible.
Without a salary cap, like without all these sort of barriers, you know, like I mean, I think it's awesome. I wish my knee still worked, because I would be trying to.
Tell them real quick, how many ACL tears you got?
4, baby.
4 ACL tears.
That's why I coach.
Yeah, we definitely, we're not playing pickup with Celia. You coaching for sure.
No, I can move. I just, you know, there's no like.
Hey, listen, don't make me 2-foot you.
I'm just no.
No, I'm joking. I was down, that's evil.
I don't move to the left. I only move to the right.
I reckon Celia's still got some shit though.
No,
like,
I can still, I'm a little shifty still.
So listen, if you have to do the cha-cha slide, do you only go to the right?
Yep.
For real?
No, like if I go on a run and I have to make a left turn, I'm going.
No way.
I'm not insane. Cutting.
That's crazy.
That's actually mad. When you said that, I was like, haha, there's no way that's... Oh.
No, it's deep. 4 ACL tears? That's a lot of surgery, bro. We're going to play a little game here called Fantasy Kits. Okay. So each of you guys, including myself, are going to choose 3 kits that we think are insane this year from the 24-25 season. So we're going to start off with Tom. Give us your first kit.
All right, so I made a random little reference to Genoa earlier. I know you pay every attention to
I love
every
the
single
Genoa
one.
salami.
Right.
I do.
Well,
With prosciutto. Italian mozzarella.
okay.
All right,
I'm trying
Now I'm hungry. What are we doing
point
here?
about football, right? Okay. So here's what I'll go. I'll start with the Genoa away kit from this year. And it has got the most like delightful collar on it. And I'm kind of obsessed with it.
This is swaggy.
Not bad.
What do you mean not bad?
The home or away kit?
The away.
Oh, the away.
The away, the white one? Ooh.
Oh, I like that
That's
one.
dope.
Bro.
You love yourself some Kappa for real.
I
Yeah,
do.
you
We
love
might need to get you a
Kappa.
little sponsorship, bro. Out of 5, what are you rating that, Celia?
I'm gonna go 3.9.
3.9 out of 5? Okay, I'm going to give this... I'll give this kit a 4.1, you know?
Yeah,
I like it. It's subtle.
looks. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because I think the sponsor actually works more.
It works.
Than you know, sometimes, you know, like non-sponsored kits are a thing, but I think it looks better with a sponsor, and because I submitted it 4.5.
Okay.
My
That's a
turn?
good score. Yeah.
It's your
Go ahead,
turn.
Celia.
Okay,
You're on the clock.
I'm gonna go for Arsenal's third kit, which I
Mhm.
recently
Yeah.
saw against a Washington Spirit. I'm talking cotton candy goodness. I'm talking ube ice cream.
You know what's funny? I actually like the away kit better than the third kit. Just
Why?
because it has that like African influence
I mean,
from
yeah,
Labour
it
of
is.
London.
It's
you
really
know?
cool. I was gonna mention
For the
that one,
culture.
but I saw this cotton candy one in the flesh,
I love it.
and it was so beautiful.
Is it-
in person?
Is it one of those, like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you see a kit, like, on the pitch and you're like, whoa, that's way cooler than it looks normally.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm figuring out is like, how do you wear that with an outfit though? That color scheme.
Well, here's the thing. That's, I mean, Celia.
See, this is where I have nothing to say.
Yeah. I'm about to take some points off for that. I'm going to take some points off for that.
This
I'm an
is where-
Arsenal fan, but it's like, how do you wear this with the fit to make it
Oh,
make sense?
I actually think I know.
How?
I'm thinking like a white skirt or like a kilt.
A kilt. Like the Scottish?
Yeah, I think you'd look good in a kilt.
Raheem, you got a kilt in your locker?
I ain't got no kilt. I ain't got no kilt, no bagpipes. I don't know where Celia got
I
that
think
from.
it would look good with that kind of look.
I'm going to rate this.
Or cargo pants.
I'll give it like a 3.9.
All right, that's fine.
That's decent.
Way to be an Arsenal fan.
3.2.
Moving on to my kit.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm going to have to go for the Juve third kit. This one is fire in my opinion. I love
Okay.
the navy blue. And the way it fits, this is classic. I like that. You know, you could put this with a fit on.
Yeah.
You could put it on with a fit. Like if you go to an Adidas event, you have to rock one of these in my opinion.
And you could, like the necklaces there, that's what I was going to say. Like you can overly accessorize this out, like this kind of kit.
It's like plain enough as well, isn't it? It's like that block
Yeah.
color, so you can do a lot with it. This is a very U kit as well.
It's very tableclothy though, a little bit.
A little bit, like the material.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt the jersey in real life, but I'd be very interested to see what it feels
Yeah.
like.
Adidas, send Raheem a jersey so he can more accurately defend his
Listen,
kit.
Kappa, send my boy Tom stuff. Adidas, send me stuff. Celia, you got everything. You get the Nike. You get Nike. You get
Thanks,
Puma.
guys. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Out of 5, what y'all rating my first choice?
4-5.
It's not that good. I'll give you.
I think it is.
I'll give you a 4 though.
Okay.
4 flat.
I'll take that.
All right.
Moving on, last but not least.
Okay, so I had to go for something a bit American.
Oh,
And you know how MLS did this whole like archive edition throwback thing that came out, I think, a couple months ago now. That all of them were really great, but I love the LA Galaxy one.
Let's see what they got.
I actually think the LAFC one might be cooler, but my really football boomer opinion is that you can't have a throwback kit if you've only been around for like 5 years.
5 years.
oh, I love
True.
this one
So
actually.
Ooh,
this
this
is
kit
this
is
apparently
nice.
the one that they wore in their first year in 1996. It's like a knockoff of that.
yeah,
there you go.
It's
see.
so
Boom.
sick.
It's cleaner. There's like less going on than the original, and Marco Reus looks fucking cool in it, and that's all that
I
counts.
love the V-neck.
I've actually become a bit more of a V-neck appreciator when it comes to kits. Liverpool had one year that had like quite a defined V-neck on it, and I was like, I don't know if that's me, but I think it works.
It's just good for
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of V-necks at all.
You just don't
No,
have
you-
the
But
neck
I
for
love
it.
the design of the kit. Listen, I love the design of the kit, but I ain't wearing no V-neck. I'm sorry. The crew neck is where it's at. Because look at Marco Royce. He's looking goofy when it's sweating. Like his whole neck is showing.
I think it shows off collarbones. It shows off structure. I think it makes you look, you know, like after the game you're going somewhere.
I mean, are your collarbones all right? You don't have to show.
I mean, I got some good muscle, but we gonna ask in the comments, fans. Let us know if you guys are feeling V-neck kits. What you rating the kit?
I really like this one. I'm gonna say 4.8.
I'm gonna give it a 4.1, but the V-neck, man, the V-neck is I gotta subtract some points, but I like this kit though.
I love it. This is like as close as it gets to a 5 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, and you know what I like about it? The significance of like the history of like the league beginning with the kit,
the retro. Yep.
Obviously, some teams, Inter Miami and LAFC, them getting a retro kit is crazy because they only been in the league for a couple of years. But like the teams that have truly been there since the beginning, like LA Galaxy, they deserve a kit this classy.
Yeah, Timbers did one as well, didn't they? That was quality. You had that on last time.
Oh, for sure. People in the comment section, they was liking that one. I got some good tips. The
Timbers
Timbers commented on it. Yeah. Celia, what you got for us?
Okay. I have the Chelsea third kit.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what this is talking about.
Do you know what? I rate it.
That's the Chelsea third kit. Yeah. Okay, they did a nice little promo for it. You know, they got in their little rock star bag. I like it.
There's one really good one with a bright pink bandana. That one got me.
I've got to ask you. I read something about this. How like and Nike have been doing this with the vertical logo.
Yeah. So actually, I coach, you know.
Oh my God.
And we got our gear recently, and all of the new polos have the vertical Nike on it.
How do you feel about the vertical Nike?
It totally throws me. I just want to be like, I just don't feel like it's swoosh when it's like that, you know? I feel like it's more like...
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, how can we just change this real quick? How do we make it different? A little bit. Oh yeah, let's just flip the symbol.
And everyone's looking at it like, is that patch off? This one got
I don't
me.
know about this shot.
I don't know if the EastEnders reference lands in America. It's like an English soap opera.
Yeah, I don't know, but I personally love a bandana with the jersey, and I think like just the hot pink and the black is fresh.
It's one of those that I could not pull off, but I do rate it.
I do rate it. I'd give this a 4.2. 4.2. What about you?
I'll give it a 4.3, you know. And I can't ethically do that. I mean, because I hate Chelsea, but...
I mean...
Moving on for me, I'm going to have to move on to the Athens Calathea home kit.
Oh my God.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
So nice. It really does feel like a dip in the ocean.
Blue on blue.
Bro.
It's just quality.
Hey,
like, you can't go wrong with that.
Where's it from? What's
Which
the designer?
brand? Who's the designer? Kappa. Come on now. I had to have a Kappa kid in there.
Wait, the orange with it is cool too because it's giving like Aperol spritz on the beach.
I think that was from last year, I believe. But I think the new one is the blue ocean one.
But it has the pop of orange on the inside, no? Has a little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, it does.
That?
You're right. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Aperol spritz by the sea.
I'm sorry, but I never thought someone would look at a football kit and say, you know what? Yeah, that's giving Aperol spritz.
Aperol spritz.
Guys,
that's why we got Celia on the show. We need those perspectives.
You know,
she knows her liquors.
She knows her Negroni. Where's the Negroni tattoo?
It's the color.
Where's the Negroni tattoo? It exists.
Oh my God, a Negroni tattoo is crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's an orange tattoo.
So we got some very exciting things going on at Goal at Football Co. We're all creating some really dope things. Tom, tell the crowd what we should be looking out for.
Well, you know what? I'm always just messing with stuff, calling people, interviewing. You know, it's a bit.
You work so hard.
I work so hard, dude. No, I'm actually like effing knackered. But anyway, no. There's always things going on. But one piece that has come out, we've done a lot around like Ballon d'Or nomination season and all of that. And there was like heated debate about this. So I wrote a bit about the case for Vinicius for the Ballon d'Or. Your best friend, Vini Jr.
Shout out Vini, man. You deserve that Ballon d'Or.
But anyway,
hopefully I could be there. We'll see.
That'd be great.
That'd be lit.
That'd be so cool. Can I come?
Oh,
Can I come?
I hope so. I would hope so.
Anyway,
we gotta figure something out. We gotta hit up Ballon d'Or ceremony for real.
Yeah.
Gotta hit up L'Equipe. We need some passes, man.
Je parle français.
Ooh.
What?
Wait. That's as far as it goes.
But yeah, that's the piece that I will plug. Vini Jr. for the Ballon d'Or, but there are always things going on. But that I'm pretty gassed about.
I love that.
Yeah.
What about you, Celia?
I have to talk about my time in Seattle. So Megan Rapinoe's jersey retirement was like this this epic.
Before you even get into that, Megan
Yeah.
Rapinoe, what a career.
What a career.
Legend.
And I don't think she's really going anywhere. I think she's going to continue to do things for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, her impact in Seattle, like just seeing it in person was insane. Like that you have young girls, older people, like everybody in Seattle. It seems like everyone in Seattle cares about her. And, you know, and like obviously having like Sue Bird next to her too, like the two impacts that they've had in Seattle is just it's pretty remarkable.
That is the end of the Rondo, the only Rondo that you want to get caught in the middle of. It's your host Rahimovic here with Tom Hindle, Celia Balf. We out.